Hello, everyone, and welcome to Totally Random Thoughts, the podcast full of random shit.
Is that our new slogan?
I don't
Is that
know.
our new slogan? Because that's awesome.
That's just what came out of my brain. I'm sorry. I don't know. It's just what came out.
I think that might have to be our new slogan.
That's just the vibe I'm in today.
Can you say
I
that
guess.
again?
Fuck, what did I say?
Welcome to Totally Random Thoughts,
I said-
the podcast full of random shit.
Yeah, it's fine.
I think that's our new slogan.
Shit. Well, I mean, yeah, we're going to swear on here, so I guess,
Are we? I don't swear. I'm a good boy.
yeah, right.
Speaking of good boy, Jeff and I got hired to do a private shit show.
A private one?
Yeah, at an American Legion Hall.
That's amazing.
It's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be off the hook.
That's amazing.
For those who don't know, I used to be in a duo with
I think we
my friend
explained
Jeff
this
Rosen.
in our first episode.
Did we explain
not?
it? Yeah,
I think we did.
And then the show is quite rude. It's kind of awesome. It's think like raunchy piano bar show with two guitars. It's pretty badass. And a bunch of people who used to come see the show have hired us to do it at an American Legion Hall. And we're like, make sure there's no kids because it's gonna be ugly. So there you go. Anyway,
Nice. That'll be fun.
yes.
Okay. So speaking of kids.
Welcome back. Thanks for
Wow,
coming
it's
back.
you that can't talk
Yes,
this time.
this time it's
I
me.
struggled hard last time.
Thank you for coming back this week to the podcast. How was your week?
It was fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, it's so chatty. I like it.
I'm sorry. My husband and I have been a tad bit under the weather the last 24 hours. I don't know what's going on, but
Oh, do you have cootie? Should I really just put up like a
no,
plexiglass between us?
I'm feeling quite a bit better right now than I was at
You look good.
when I put makeup on.
Oh, is that it? Otherwise, you look like death.
Probably. No, it's just we're
Pasty
both,
white girl with black hair.
Yeah.
It's kind of like Kristen Stewart.
Very Snow White-ish. My entire life, my mom's always been like, so many girls would kill for that skin. Like, you've got the porcelain skin. Don't ruin it. I've never gone tanning.
The chick from the shiny vampire movie.
Oh, God.
The sparkly vampires.
Do you know how many times in high school people would tell, because that movie, that whole series was so popular? I'm not gonna
Twilight,
lie,
yes,
I
Twilight.
was a Twilight stan. I'm still
Were you?
kind
Yes,
of
aren't
part
you
of the
TikToks?
fandom.
Don't you do TikTok?
I did at one point during COVID, and I was like, apparently I was really fucking bored, but
You were doing
no, okay.
TikTok renditions of Twilight scenes.
So
Were they on
I did
Instagram
two.
as too?
I
Were they
did
on Instagram as well?
I think it was like a cosplay account I did. I haven't
Was it?
logged on in
I'm gonna go look
over
real
a year.
Quick. You talk for a
But-
second.
So that was a COVID thing. That was a Panini boredom thing where okay, so I am a very creative person, but I was a theater kid. I not only am a singer, but I did acting as well for a long time. And I have found myself really missing acting. So it's kind of something that when I had way more time on my hands during, the pandemic, I was trying to kind of get back into acting a little bit and dip my toes into it again. And that was a really easy way. Hey, John Taglieri viewed my profile on TikTok. Isn't that funny?
I'm looking at it right now. Is this one of them? Oh no, that's the
know.
filter. Hold on.
No, I think I privated all of them.
Did you?
I think so. A while ago.
Oh, that's you singing.
Yeah.
There's nowhere to hide as you push my love aside. I'm out of my head, hopelessly devoted to you. Hopelessly devoted to you.
That was a tribute to Olivia Newton-John.
That was badass.
Rest her
She was amazing though.
Rest her soul.
I grew up with her.
Yeah.
She was part of my childhood.
Yeah. So, Yeah, it was just kind of my way of trying to.
That's her
dabble.
voice, by the way. No joke. That's her
That's
singing.
literally me standing in
Yeah.
my kitchen with zero effects
She's
on my
an
voice.
absolutely stunningly good singer.
Thanks. Maybe if y'all are nice to us, I'll. Sing
One day
a-
we'll sit here with
one
some
day
guitars,
yeah.
some git fiddles.
Some what? Anyway, I have to crack my back so bad.
And my neck is out. I gotta see my guy.
Yeah. So, it was kind
You
of.
guys go to chiropractors at all? If you do, chime in. Let us know.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of chiropractic
I go every
work.
other week, and he literally stopped my
Same.
neck from going into like phases of degeneration already. So.
Very nice.
Anywhoozle. So, for like the fourth time, I was a theater kid. I also really enjoy acting, not just singing. And during the pandemic, when I had a lot more time on my hands, and I don't know, I just wanted to try and dabble in acting again. That was just a really easy way to do it because I didn't have to try very hard because I'm awkward as shit and I look like that character. So,
We should intersperse some of those into a show one day.
why?
Or you should just do them live for the people.
Only if you
Do
you
you
dress
want me to
as
be Edward?
I'm gonna cover you in glitter. I'm gonna cover you in highlighter.
I could act.
We're
as
going
well.
on Sephora.
I could act as well as he does because he's, back then he was.
No, so he's a phenomenal
But I will tell you,
actor now.
in the Batman, I was truly impressed.
He makes a phenomenal Batman.
I was.
Listen,
I went into it when I saw that he got signed to be the Batman. I was because I'm a big Batman fan because I am Batman. And have you ever seen Batman and me in the same place at the same time? No, you have not. So you cannot argue with me. And I actually have pictures of me as Batman too.
Okay.
Anyway, I was very skeptical because of the lineage of all of the Batmans that have been out, and knowing that his biggest role was being a sparkly vampire. And
I remember us talking about this.
Yes.
And you were very like,
I was very skeptical.
I can't believe they
And I
casted
heard
him.
bad
and I was
things
like,
about-
just wait a minute.
But I also heard bad things about the production. I heard he was very hard to work with, and he came in not ready, and a lot of things. And honestly,
No, he
when the
worked his
movie came
ass
out,
off.
well, he worked his ass off after he almost got fired. To be honest, from what I heard.
Well, because he doesn't
But-
he doesn't like working out that heavily.
Well,
From what I've
hi,
heard.
you're the Batman.
But you kind of have to if you're going to be like they
but
can't
when
CGI the entire thing.
When I watched the movie, I was thoroughly impressed, and I thought he did an amazing job as the Batman. And the version of the Batman that he portrayed was one that hadn't been portrayed before. The young, just 4 or 5 years into his role, Batman. And I thought he did an absolutely fantastic job with it.
Yeah.
I'm hoping and waiting for the second one, and I hope it's just as good.
Yeah. You need to watch his movie like Water for Elephants.
Do I need to?
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm just saying like
I'm not sure I need to
the
on my limited time.
the scope of his acting is like not portrayed well at all.
Okay.
And like unfortunately, I mean now hopefully Batman will be one of the things he's most known for, but before that it was Twilight, and that definitely did not do his skill justice at all.
And, playing opposite of
And did you see
Kristen
her?
Stewart didn't
Did
help
you
him.
see her in the Princess Diana film recently though?
No.
I
Because I,
was-
also saw her in Snow White and the Huntsman, and she ruined a great movie with that too.
I think that was also just partially the production of that one.
No, the rest of the movie, the other characters I actually really enjoyed, but it was like
She cheated on Robert Pattinson with the director of that film. And I think he kind of groomed her. He was a lot older than her.
that hoe.
Yeah. But now she's a
Oh,
lesbian.
now all of the Kristen Stewart fans are going to attack us.
They all know it. Whatever. See, the thing about people that like Twilight and that like her, whatever, that like it's hilarious because that whole fandom will be like, yeah, we know it sucks. Like,
Yeah.
they're very like, we love it.
You know,
but
it's
like,
funny though. My wife at the time was very into it, so I was one of those people in line at 11:30 at night to catch the midnight viewing when it
were?
first came out because I was doing the
love
good
this for
boyfriend
you.
thing. I was being
I
the good
love this for you.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't know Laureen was a
Oh,
fan.
she was. And by no,
Oh my god, I'm gonna have a Twilight marathon with her.
Yeah, you could do that. I'll sit
Listen,
home,
there's just
watch
something
the kids.
nostalgic about them for me. There's something nostalgic about them.
Can you do us a scene right now?
What?
Can you do us like a quick monologue? Ladies and gentlemen,
I don't really
Brianna
like,
Grace
hold on.
with some Twilight monologue.
You're asking me about the weather? She just like fucking bats her eyelashes a million times.
I should
I
have
don't
probably
like-
put the camera right on you for that.
I'm gonna just zoom in. Just be like, hold on. I swear I'm really good at this when I'm not like laughing hysterically with you.
Good.
I don't really like the rain. Any cold, wet thing. I don't really. That's like Bella's entire personality in one segment. There you go.
Any cold, wet thing.
I don't really trails off and doesn't finish her explanation.
Just-
Listen, I will say
she was just so. Everything just ended in.
the artistry and the like kind of independent vibe of that first film,
Yeah.
amazing. All right, the screenwriting, the script,
It's caca.
it's caca poo poo.
Caca poo duty.
It's did not do it justice in any way, shape, or form.
What are we talking about today besides shiny
I
vampires?
know. Sorry. Listen, you started it,
I
man.
know.
Um,
Did you guys all have a good week? Everybody chime in. Leave us some comments. Tell us about your week. Tell us what you guys have been up to. Tell us what you thought of our last podcast. We want feedback from you guys.
yes, please. And we want ideas too. Like, what do you want us to talk about?
Yeah.
Obviously, nothing's really off limits, but we're not going to get into politics that much, so don't even try that.
No,
That's just too
no,
volatile.
especially this year because this year is going to be a complete shit
it's,
show.
yeah, it's too volatile. Just not about that energy. So, but obviously nothing's really off limits here.
No.
So, if you think that, if you want to be a guest and you think that you have a really awesome thing to teach about or talk about or whatever,
We could do that. We could Zoom people in.
yeah, we could Zoom people
Or
in.
if you're in the Massachusetts area, you can come on in and
Yeah.
sit right here on the couch with us.
Yeah. Or I'll, bring a nice comfy chair and not make you
Oh, no, they
awkwardly
gotta get all
squeeze
cuddly
between
with
us.
here. Yeah.
But yeah, we value your feedback and your, hopefully kind, constructive criticism.
Yes, be constructive because I'm an asshole, and if you're not constructive, I'm going to call you out. I'm not one of those people who will post something and black out the name. I just post it with your name. So just, I don't like that when somebody's like calls out somebody on
confirm
Facebook.
You do that.
Somebody calls somebody out on Facebook or Instagram or something, and they black out the name. I'm like, why'd you call him out?
No,
then?
John.
Just call him out.
John will 100% actually just screenshot, post, name and all, and just be like, "Don't be a dick." Done.
Yes.
So.
Well, that's my political party. I've always said I'm not a Democrat
That's
or a Republican or
fair.
a Libertarian. I'm of the don't be a dick party.
Yeah. So our last episode was about
Gentle
the
parenting.
idea of gentle parenting and how it unfortunately, with a certain number of members of society, there seems to be this trend where it has kind of turned into more of a permissive or passive parenting style. And Gen Alpha is scary. We're afraid for their future. To kind of rolling off of that, because trying to incorporate this into 2 episodes would have been way too long.
Yeah.
And this in itself is another really hot topic right now. Are kids growing up too fast? And a lot of that has to do with, even primarily, I think it's more heavily looked at with young girls for some reason. I don't see as much of a topic around it with the young men. With certain things I do, but with a lot of the social media, societal standard, beauty standard, things like that. A lot of it seems to steer more female. So couple different things we're going to touch upon with this. Are kids growing up too fast in the sense of they're trying to act way too old for their age. They're kind of maybe learning certain things about biology and life and things like that. Like their innocence is kind of being stripped from them at a way younger age than it used to be. We have this notion of iPad kids where 2-year-olds are walking around with iPads that just have free access to the World Wide Web and all of the darkness and grossness that can be within it. And they're not being completely monitored with it. And I mean, a lot of kids are, but some aren't. And those kids that aren't are going to school and either showing or telling the other kids.
Yeah. My kids
that's a really interesting form of show and tell.
They've had parental locks on theirs since they got them from mine. Right.
So, with these kids having almost unlimited access to the internet, it's giving them access to a lot more mature information than any young child has ever really had to try to comprehend or deal with in the past.
Yep.
And then there's also the social media side where a lot of this is happening. And there's a specific sector of social media, kind of, a certain little group that it's not super little, but it's there. There's parents like literally using their small children for social media content to make money off of social media. There's family vloggers. There's literally like beauty focused channels where, the mom has her beauty YouTube or her TikTok where she focuses on primarily like beauty related topics or makeup and skincare and things like that. And she will have her 6-year-old daughter join her doing makeup and skincare with her. And those videos get a lot of views. So they'll keep bringing their 6-year-old daughter on. And I think it's, there's a growing concern that it is overwhelming the children's brains and it's setting really unrealistic expectations especially with young females, with their looks, with with beauty standards, with mental maturity. And it's happening younger and younger and younger to them. There are literally 7-year-old girls now, even younger sometimes, especially the ones that are children of these like beauty influencers, thinking that like I see these 7-year-olds in the internet thinking that they need like a 10-step daily skincare routine. Girl, you're 7. Like, you don't really have to start worrying about true skincare till you're like mid-20s, I would say. Like, I mean, wash your face, but like with some water, but like a true skincare routine with like retinol, vitamin C, hyaluronic acid, like you don't got to worry about that till you're like in your 20s. But there's literal children. There's a lot of young girls like super into it, super worrying about it, to the point where there's and this has been a huge topic like on TikTok and YouTube and stuff lately. A lot of people like ranting and venting and throwing their input in with this. And that is the Sephora children.
What is a Sephora children?
So that is,
I mean, I know what Sephora is, but.
Yes, but kind of children, more so young girls who are kind of becoming a product of this aspect of society and in our culture right now, where they are infiltrating the Sephora stores and wreaking havoc, and they're going around and like ruining all of the testers, like messing with all of the products, unpackaging things and like just making a mess out of the store, being like a nuisance to other customers and patrons who are actually there to like
Wow.
buy their legitimate
I have not
products.
heard of this.
Yes. Oh God, no. Just Google like Sephora kids, and it's endless right now. And I mean, there's Sephora employees on TikTok, coming and telling, giving their stories about things they've actually witnessed or dealt with in their own stores regarding this. And I mean, these kids are literally they're racking up like totals at the register. Drunk Elephant is one brand that they're like super super obsessed with, like pretty colors, like whatever. But that's an expensive, like actual legitimate skincare brand. And these young girls are literally racking up like $600 totals at the registers and expecting their parents to just buy all of this for them, thinking that they need all this legitimate skincare and makeup and stuff. And these mothers are buying it. They're just
Here's a
swiping their cards.
USA Today article about it.
Yes, and these kids are like throwing a fit if they don't get the stuff they want because they're so convinced that they need it, and this scarcity consumerism mindset is already being so instilled in them that it's like they need these products, and it's like, no, you don't. You're like 7 or you're 10, like you don't need legitimate skincare like this or makeup. And I mean, it's at the point where kids, there was this one TikTok that went viral with a mother. And she's like, this is not my usual content on my channel. I try very hard to stay uplifting and to not talk about my kids and this and that. But she just felt like she had to tell this story, and she had to kind of throw her opinion out there about this, where she was saying, we got my daughter a cute, like that. Okay. Example. So this is a Hydra Peak, right? That's what it is. It's a
Yep.
Hydra Peak water bottle. Pretty purple color. Similar
It is very
style to what's very popular right now. This was $17 at Marshall's. Okay. Still looks pretty trendy. Still great. Holds a good amount of water. It looks like a Stanley, right?
Okay.
Or one of the Simply Modern ones that are also popular, or the Brewmates or whatever. She got her daughter a cup like this for Christmas, like a water, like a cute daily water bottle, whatever, because now even the young girls want what their mommy has, want whatever. That's been a thing for decades. But
Right.
This girl loved the water bottle, thought it was so cute, was so excited to have her own like daily like water thing, and cool, great, your kid's gonna drink more water. That's awesome, right? Brought it to school after Christmas break and was relentlessly bullied by the other girls because it was not specifically a Stanley cup. And they all got Stanleys for Christmas. So this mother felt compelled. She's like, can we afford a Stanley cup? Yeah, but I didn't think it was necessary for my like 9-year-old to have like a $65 water jug to bring to
And
school.
a $65 Stanley that was $16 before some lady's car burned it.
No, they were getting expensive before that. But here we go. Like,
I mean, kudos to Stanley for running with an opportunity.
oh God, yeah.
But
Yeah.
but $4,000 for a Stanley water cup is stupid, which is what people have been getting on.
No, but have you seen, this is going to be a whole other, maybe this will be our next episode. This, this like scarcity consumerism mindset that like, have you seen the videos on TikTok of the women and the people? So there were Stanley cups that were specialty ones, like single release specialty versions for Valentine's Day that were only being released at Target this year. And it was like a red color and a pink color, and the little Stanley logo had a little heart at the end of it to differentiate it for Valentine's Day. And then these were like special edition colors. And this was the only time they were being released, and it was only a certain amount of them.
Was
and
it
it
like
was only
Black
at
Friday
Target.
craziness?
It was literally like those crazy videos you see of Black Friday from like the late 80s where bitches are like throwing hands at each other.
Gotta love it.
I'm like, it's a cup, guys. It's a freaking cup. You drink water the same way out of it that I'm drinking it out of this one right now. Like I don't.
Look at this one.
I love my shaker bottles.
Look at the shaker bottle. This is a legit blender bottle.
Yeah.
It actually says blender. This,
But you know what?
It holds water
I
too.
get those legit blender bottles for like
free.
$7 at Marshall's.
Yeah.
But here's my thing. So I'm not gonna lie. I have one. I have one Stanley. Okay, and it looks like this. It's the cute whatever. It was on sale. I got it on like super sale. Those things are never on sale. So I was like, F it. I'll try it. Like see what the whole hype is about. Like, are they really that much better?
You just want to be trendy.
No, I liked the color of it, and I carry these every single day. Mm-hmm. Like I take one to work every day, and just because we have a water bubbler, so I just keep refilling it. And I'm like,
a water bubbler.
yeah, with like the 5 gallon, whatever. Leave me alone. So
It's a bubbler.
It really like some of my other cups keep the ice longer than the Stanley does. And I'm like, here we go, marketing 101. Like this is it's just a fad. And now it looks like Brewmate is going to overtake the Stanley.
Oh.
And it's a whole thing. But see, but this poor little girl, like her mom ended up going out and buying her a Stanley like that night because this girl was being relentlessly bullied just because the water bottle that she brought to school from after Christmas break wasn't a Stanley. And these other girls were completely putting her down for it. And it's like, this is the level we've reached with children.
Yep.
It's bad enough for the adults to be acting like this with this like scarcity mindset and this like fad consumerism and like the trends and everything, like, and then that all these influencers push, guys, they're making money off of it. But anyway, that's going to be probably the next episode. Cause we could very easily dive into that after this, but
I mean, it's, when you talk about kids and having channels and stuff, my kids watch a lot of stuff. Like, my son's into monster trucks. He's 4 years old. So where you have a million monster trucks
it's a normal thing for a 4-year-old to be into.
But now he'll watch Kids for Kids and Kids to Kids. Kids to Kids is a YouTube channel of a dad and his kids who play with monster trucks. And they build ramps in the yard and they do all these different things. And I'm sure they're making good money. They have a lot of followers, but that's a family though. Are they, you said earlier they're using the kids. Are they using the kids or are they doing something as a family? My wife, when we were trying to have our kids, started following people in the TTC community. TTC is trying to conceive. Our kids are IVF. These were all these families that we were watching their journeys of trying to conceive children. And then once the kids are born, their YouTube channels just kept on. There's ones that we've watched their kids grow up. My wife has. I don't really watch them. We've seen them make millions of dollars and buy houses and cars and have careers all off the fact that they were trying to conceive and then had kids, and we followed that journey.
Right.
My wife will still
and
watch
I mean
some of them.
I can't say I necessarily fault them for that, because if you found let's call it for what it is,
but
business,
does that make the kid, now your kid's on camera every day, does that make the kid grow up too fast?
Kind of where the problem lies. And I think it's a mix of, I would argue that it's not even necessarily the kids that are on camera every day. It's what the kids are consuming and what they're watching and what they're being exposed to more so. Because my dad videotaped us a lot as children. He had his guys, this is aging me a little bit, his actual VHS camcorder. If you don't know what it is, Google it. But he would have his VHS camcorder, and every trip we'd go on, every Christmas morning, birthday parties, my dad was the camcorder dad. Yep. Which is funny because he's not a technology person.
We were an 8mm family. My family was
but
old school with 8mm tape. We had reels of 8mm that we could watch on our projector.
We had the little mini VHS
My voice is kind of weird today.
Mine too.
Mine's kind of feeling like I don't know.
Yeah. No, it's the weather.
It's because I am Batman.
Oh, God. We dealt with this last time. So we dealt with this literally 20 minutes ago.
Every episode.
No, last time it was unicorns. Now it's, here we go.
Yes.
You're a You're Unibatman. I don't know. That sounds too much like Unabomber. We're not gonna go there.
Please don't do that to me.
You're Batacorn.
You know, it's funny. I do. That.
Batcorn, an ear of corn with the bat ears. And
I have a shirt at home that says Datacorn, and it's like
Oh,
it's a
Jesus.
flexing unicorn with a little flexing unicorn. It was given to me for
I
Father's
think
Day.
I've seen that one.
It was given to me for Father's Day.
So what was?
I will wear it on
You
the next...
always do this. Stop making me lose my train of thought. And it's always when you're talking about frickin' unicorns.
I'm sorry. Did you see the face?
What was I saying?
Oh, that's awesome.
What was the point I was about to make, John?
I don't know.
Where were we?
I'm lost as well.
God damn it.
Kids growing up too fast is what we're talking about.
Oh, so we had the little VHS tape that would fit inside the specialty bigger one that held it.
Yes.
So it was almost like a little cassette tape that you'd stick into a full-size VHS tape and then put in the VHS player. So like, you know, I was recorded a lot growing up on video for us to like keep as memories and go back and watch later. Like, yeah, it wasn't being posted for the world to see, but when you're a kid, like I wasn't really aware of it. Like I knew my I was the kid that like I would grab it from my dad and go around and like I wanted to film as well. But it was a normal thing for him to have it out. Like I wasn't I didn't think anything of it. I wasn't thrown off by it. Like I didn't really know, like I didn't know or care what
but
he
then these
did
kids
with the
can now
footage
then
after.
sit down
It's
and
gonna
watch
become,
themselves.
It's going to become a problem. I mean, I could too technically, but I think when it's going to become a problem is
You don't have the accessibility of YouTube though.
well,
Where
that's
your
what I'm
parents
saying.
uploaded it and then all of your friends saw it the next day.
But that was my point, where it's such immediate and widespread access now with this like content and these like seemingly personal videos that and I think it's going to become more of a problem as the kids get older. And these kids might be like, I didn't agree with having these personal moments and my life broadcasted for the world to see. Where was my choice in that? You know?
Yep.
I think there's a fine line. But I think as far as these
That's
really...
like the Nirvana baby. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Oh, yeah. Did he win that?
No, not even close.
No, I was going to say.
He's tried like 5. So you know why he didn't win? He didn't win because he actually tried to get them to work with him in various ways over the years. And then all of a sudden at like 24 years old, sued them saying, you know, I didn't ask to be on that cover. And his parents apparently didn't sign the paperwork or whatever the case may be. But he had no legal leg to stand on. So no, he didn't win.
Yeah, I figured. But...
And he goes to like Nirvana conventions and signs autographs. I'm the Nirvana baby. You can't sit there and try to make money off of it and then sit there and say, I didn't want to be part of it.
Right. No, I know. That's
But, you know.
Well, not the smartest. But anyway, I think the issue...
How old is he now? Let's see.
I think that the main issue lies within what is being...
Spencer Eldon. He's the Nirvana baby.
Oh, Spence. I think it's more so about what the kids are being exposed to, like what they're watching regularly and what they're witnessing regularly.
33 now.
So he's like my age.
Yeah.
He's a couple years older than me.
That's old.
Yeah. Don't remind me. But I think as far as, you know, these really young kids kind of having their innocence stripped from them and already having like way too mature of thoughts and you know, the want to do very mature things like a skincare routine and, you know, like a full-fledged face of makeup and shaving and whatever else. And it's like, you're 7. It has to do a lot with what they're being surrounded by and consuming every day. And I think it's not being monitored enough. And I think a lot of it's almost become too much of a normal, like the parents and the society, I don't think have quite fully grasped. Not everyone has fully grasped yet, like the implications it may be having. But I think that's also because this is Gen Alpha is going to be kind of the first generation that from the time they were born, like all of this has been a thing. It's been around. It's been normal. And I think they're going to be the first generation that we really start to see what the implications of all of this are going to
I agree.
have. And I don't know if it's going to be good. So I don't know. So like how I think the question is, why is it happening, and should we focus on it and try to fix it?
Well, it's accessibility. First off, we didn't have the accessibility. I didn't have the internet wasn't around when I was a kid, so I had no accessibility. You had internet, but you didn't have the accessibility that they have now.
I had internet starting at like 5 or 6, and it was the AOL dial-up.
Ooh.
And it was like if mom had to
Remember that sound?
I will never forget
I
it.
love that sound.
It's like if mom had to make a phone call or someone called the house,
It knocked you offline.
boom, internet's
Yep.
gone.
So, it's the accessibility these days that they have. It's instant. It's all the time. It's anything they want. There's, if especially if their parents are not diligent with setting parameters on what they can view. It's anything they want, anytime they want it.
Social media.
And, well, that too. But it's also what they're being taught in schools. If you watch the agendas of things that are going on in schools, I have a problem as a dad with a fourth grader and a dad with a son going into kindergarten. Thankfully, the schools around here are good. We don't have none of the issues that you see in some of the other schools. But the fact that there are things being introduced into schools at a fourth grade level or a third grade level or a second grade level that have no right, number one, being introduced in schools.
Yeah.
Because some
There's
of it,
not enough
we're not really
regulations.
speaking specifics right now, but there are things that a parent should teach their children,
Yeah.
not the school. There's a reason they're in school, and there are certain things that they're not there for. And
But see, the
so
sad
they're-
thing is
but
a
they're
lot
getting
of
that in a lot of
parents-
schools, and there's a lot of indoctrination going on that
Yeah.
should not be going on, and kids are coming home with questions that parents don't know how to answer.
What I think the problem is I think a lot of those things were added into curriculums because they were finding that a lot of parents weren't doing their job and they weren't even approaching.
It's
the
still not
subjects
your
with-
job as a
but it's
school
not.
administrator.
So, and I don't care. I'll dive into it. Let's be honest. Even back in the early 2000s, like 2002, 2003, I had my first sex ed class when I was 10. 10.
Well, there's a difference
And I
between sex
understand-
education and
Well, but I feel like it was
explaining sexual reassignment to a child.
Yes. So, but
Sex
but even
education had
back
been around
then-
since the 60s and 70s.
But even back then, sex ed in 5th grade, it was more so just talking about puberty and what was going to happen to your own body.
Yes.
And they separated the boys and girls, and it was like a one-time little assembly thing. But and it was just by your class. It wasn't like the whole grade, full worth of females and males at one time. And at the end of it, I got this cute little pack with like, a pad and they gave us snacks and stuff like that. It's like,
So public schools began using pamphlets and handouts to educate students on pregnancy and reproduction in 1912. Sex education had been in schools since 1912. In the last 8 years, it has become something very different.
Totally different.
That has no place in
because
schools.
I remember health class in like 7th, 8th grade, and it was kind of awkward. Kids were still innocent enough and not,
In the 70s, it was called Life and Family Studies. And
right.
it was related to reproductive systems and
And
personal
I think
hygiene.
when I was in middle school, I think it was just health. It was just called like general health or just health class.
Yeah, health
and once you hit middle school, the boys and the girls were in the class at the same time, and we'd be like 12, 13. Some people turned 14 because it was like 8th grade going.
It ebbed and flowed too, because I remember when I was in high school, AIDS hit. AIDS became very prevalent when I was in high
Yeah.
school, and sex education was really driven at that point to teach us how not to do that,
Yeah.
how to use condoms, how to be sexually safe. It's not what it is now. Now it's
No.
like, hey, let's bring a drag show into a grammar school.
Wait. Oh yeah, they have done that. Well, they let them come in drag to like read books and stuff to like 6-year-olds.
Yeah.
And a lot of people will claim like the kids don't know the difference. They don't know any better. They don't know, you know what I mean? But it raises
is this
a lot of
bringing-
questions.
It's making them get old fast when you're asking
Kids are
questions about why
more-
is he in a dress.
Kids are more observant and intuitive
Yes,
than a
they
lot
are.
of people give them credit for, and it's going to raise questions and confuse their little completely undeveloped brains.
Now I'm going to throw this out there. I don't care what you do. You want to wear a dress, you want to do whatever, you do you. 6-year-olds shouldn't be seeing it.
No.
Unless
And do it after you're 18. Do it after you're a legal adult.
Yep.
I would say even do it after you hit your 20s because your brain's not fully developed till you're almost 25.
True.
A lot of people, I mean, this is a whole other topic. We're
Yes.
getting a little off track,
Yes, but not necessarily, because if this is being taught in schools, this is something that in a 6-year-old, 7-year-old, 8-year-old brain cannot truly comprehend, and it's making them think about things. They should be thinking about Peppa Pig. They should not be
Yeah.
thinking about this, and it's making them grow up faster because they're being introduced with subjects that are beyond their scope of comprehension,
right? Very adult
and
topics.
they're having to try to understand them at a very young age. And that was the point of
Well,
today.
hence me saying, I think it's even less the fact that they're being videoed. It's more so what they're consuming
True.
and what they are watching and listening to every day. And I think that's the biggest problem is it's not being monitored. It's not being there's no like regulation on it. And I understand it's a fine line because like it's really up to the individual parent, right?
Yep, it is, and it's
But-
parents who are not being, as I said earlier, being diligent enough in their ability to monitor what their kids get to see.
I mean, granted, again, I'm going to say this just like I did in the last episode. I am not yet a parent, so I can only speak so much because
do your dogs have tablets?
No.
You haven't let your dog have a phone yet?
No.
How old are your dogs?
5 and 4.
5 and 4. So that's
They
like
should be iPad
30
kids
and
by now.
26 in dog years, right?
They should be iPad doggos by
Yeah, they
now.
should by now.
But sorry, this is like itching my ears today for some reason.
We'll get different headphones. We gotta get some full on ear.
Yeah,
Over
these
ears.
ones hurt my ears after a while.
We should step up to the other Sonys.
Yeah.
Not a plug, by the way. We're wearing Sony headphones
Yeah. And using a Sony camera.
and Sony camera.
Hey, yo, Sony. wanna
Personas
sponsor-
microphones, by the way.
Yeah, fantastic.
I like these microphones.
If anyone's ever interested in like our gear, we can
Yeah, if you
post.
have-
We can put links in the description
Yeah, it's
if you're watching on
pretty easy
YouTube
gear
or
to find.
whatever. Anyway, I think
We should do a setup thing one day, like show the whole setup.
yeah, we can. You guys can see my basement.
Oh, it's very nice.
Thanks. I think it's tough because as a society, like you said, when it comes to more public spaces like school and just other areas like that, how do you regulate? Where's the line? They created ratings for movies. They've done certain things, but at the end of the day, it's up to the individual parent. But the problem is I think a lot of, and again, I'm not a parent. I can only speak so much until I'm going through it myself with like what I think is where the line is for what my kid can be exposed to. And it's going to be different for everyone, but I feel like there should be at least a fairly general consensus. Like, I don't think my 8-year-old needs to be worrying about a skin routine or watching that much TikTok or like, being exposed to that type of stuff all the time. And that's, I think, what's become such a norm, especially because a lot of these, 8-year-olds' parents now, that's what they do for work. And the kids around it all the time because that's what mommy does for work. And they see it constantly. And it's...
And then they get on TV and they watch all these shows on TV. And
they
the
have
shows
access
on
to
TV are no better.
YouTube and TikTok and Instagram. And
Yep.
we should create versions of these apps that are meant just for like I don't know, like 12 and under.
It's there's an interesting disconnect. Okay, you can't drive till you're a certain age, and you can't get a tattoo till you're a certain age, and you can't own a gun till you're a
But
certain
you can have
age.
full access to the internet
But-
and everything dark and disgusting that's on it when you're 6.
Yeah.
And I get that's a really hard thing to regulate because, again, it's the parent's job and decision to be like, sure, you can play on my phone. Sure, you can watch this YouTube video on the
Right.
iPad. Like, we can't sit here and regulate every single like household with that.
No,
type
but
of
that
stuff.
comes back to what we talked about a week ago about being a good parent, being an involved parent, being a parent who understands what your kid is looking at,
Right.
what they're doing with it, not being such a hover or helicopter parent that you're making their life miserable, but knowing what your kid is doing so that you can help drive them toward things that are going to be beneficial and not just crap.
And guys, for the love of God, I don't go to Sephora very often because the closest one to me is like 40 minutes away. And
What exactly is inside the Sephora? I've never shopped there, so I don't know.
have you been to Ulta?
What's an Ulta? I go to Kohl's.
There's Sephora's in Kohl's now.
Do I look like I go to the women's fragrance or makeup department? Not this week.
Yeah. So, I know you really need a lot of hair product, don't you?
Totally. Yes.
It's your number one.
Most of my stuff off
purchase.
Amazon these days anyway.
Yeah. It's most people convenience, right? Sephora is primarily just makeup and skincare
Okay.
at the end of the day.
There you go.
Ulta is more makeup, skincare, but they also have like bath products, hair styling tools. There's actually a hair salon
Oh,
in the back of it.
very nice.
They have more, but like Sephora contains a lot more of like the higher end brands. Like Sephora doesn't really have like the drugstore brands. Ulta has a whole section of the store that's like L'Oreal, Maybelline, CoverGirl, Elf. Like they have the drugstore more type products, and then they do have the higher end like Tarte, Benefit, Anastasia, Rihanna's line, Fenty Beauty. You know what I mean?
Oh.
Like,
When I was younger, I used to work for a marketing company who did a lot of. Two of my biggest clients were Estee Lauder and Coty.
yeah. So they have stuff like that.
Yeah.
Clinique, like all those and all these expensive skincare brands. But Sephora, like there's no drugstore stuff in Sephora. But they do have great products, and Sephora was always teenage girls and like adult women and people who really needed to wanted to and needed to start focusing more on skincare and wanted that better quality stuff, and makeup artists will go and stock up on certain things and
Gotcha.
whatever.
Okay.
But now it's turning into like a free-for-all for all the little 9-year-old girls that want to go and play around with, like, they're destroying some of the stores.
Why don't they kick them out?
Fine line, right? Because these girls' mothers or fathers will sit there and spend $600 swipe on whatever the kids want. So it's like they can't just kick them out for playing around with the testers and like making a mess. You know what I mean? I mean, I guess you could, but it would probably be frowned upon by
Are the parents with them while they're doing this?
Oh, they're in the store. A lot of the time.
This is why I can't work retail.
Yeah, I would never.
I'd be
I
like,
would
can you
never go
get your kid away from my testers before I throw you out of the store?
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, but a lot of the employees are scared to. Like, they're scared to confront them at all. Because, and here we go, kind of back to our last week's episode subject. Like, there's been, like, if you hit that side of TikTok, a lot of Sephora employees are coming on and like telling their personal experiences with these kids and these people, and they're like they will, like, again, their child can do no wrong kind of scenario, and they'll start yelling at the employee And the employee's like, but ma'am, like this, no, you know, um, like there's this one girl that specifically remember her TikTok, and she was like, this young girl was looking for something in particular. She's like, we don't have that, but this is similar. And she kind of just said, you know, based on her skincare knowledge, she's like, you know, but I don't know if you would really necessarily need something like that. You know, that's more for people who are starting to age and whatever else. And but the girl just wanted it because it was a drunk elephant product. And like, again, what they consume.
I'm in Sephora today because I'm working on my skincare stuff, and I was recommended this Paula's Choice item, so let's go look for it. But I have to take a peek right here. Okay, so there's the drunk elephant stuff. Nothing worked. Oh, this one works. Okay. Never tried this before. Let me go ahead and wipe it off. It's clean. So it looks like all the skincare stuff is at the back. See what we have back here.
I don't think that's one.
So this says the 10-year-olds taking over Sephora is real, and all these testers are just trashed.
Yep. That's a very chaotic sounding video.
Yeah.
Excuse you, you're like in our way? Oh, sorry, welcome to Sephora. Can I help you find anything? Do I look like I need help? My apologies, I'll be over here if you need me. Aren't you like too old to be in here anyway? I mean, I work here and...
That kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I just looked up Sephora Kids on TikTok.
Yeah, I skipped over those.
But
those
that's
are
like
throw
some
me
of the
into a
big
rage.
ones. Let me see. Yeah, like Sephora Kids in the wild.
So go to TikTok and look up Sephora Kids, and you can be
Yeah.
horrified as well.
Yeah. Oh, this one.
We're crazy, but what's crazier are the parents that aren't parenting. So the other day when I was working, we were kind of busy, so the line was kind of long, and this little girl walks up to me, and her basket is literally overflowing. Like, the amount of products that were in there, she had to have been maybe 9, 10, maybe 11 years old, but regardless, definitely way too young to be shopping at Sephora. And I started grabbing this little girl with. So I finished scanning all her products, and her total came out to almost $900.
What?
After I told her her total, she looks at me and she looks at me and she kind of gives me like a nervous kind of look. She's like, in my head, I'm like, girl, yeah, what did you think the total was going to come out to? So I see her look to her left. To the left, I see that there's an older lady who is her mom and a younger girl, which is her sister. And they're checking out at the register, like 2 down from me. And the little girl calls the sister over, and the sister's like, what? Like, how much is it? And she's like, well, how much was yours? And the sister goes, 500. She said that so normal, like, she literally looked at her and said, yeah, $500.
Wow.
So the one that I'm helping out goes, well, mine is almost $900. So then her sister is like, well, do you have enough? And she was like, no, but I'm probably just going to use mom's money. So I'm kind of just watching this all go down, and in my head, I'm like, so what are we doing here? Like, are you going to get it or not? Like, our line is long. It was literally right after the whole... She looks down and goes, wait, how much is it?
This is the mom.
And the little girl tells her. The mom literally freaked out. She was like, what? No way you're about to spend $900. Which in my head, I'm like, period. Like, thank you for putting her in place. But anyways, the mom is furious, and the little girl is just looking at her like, what? Like, yeah, bitch, I'm going to spend $900. Like, I don't know what you're looking at. So I'm kind of just looking at them like, what do I do?
Wow.
And then the mom goes, take something out.
Take something
The
out.
little girl lost her mind. She's like, no, I'm not taking anything out. And the mom was like, no, you're going to take something out because what even is in there? So she's like, what even is that? And the little girl's like, it's a flower bomb. I don't even know what a flower bomb is, but apparently it was a perfume. And the mom's like, you literally already have 2 other perfumes. Like, why do you need another one?
She's 9.
The little girl's just like, because I want it. Growing up, if I ever
Long
see you
story
guys sitting
short.
there
Yeah.
saying,
And how much are these parents making that they can drop
That's what she said.
hey, like, I see that
$1,500
you
on
have
kids'
3
makeup?
Glossier lip products, like, right. So then I just shut the fuck up. Long story short, after minutes and minutes of arguing, the little girl ended up spending $500 at Sephora instead of almost $900, and the mom was okay with that.
So the mom dropped $1,000 at Sephora on
Between her two children.
daughters to get makeup.
To get
What?
skincare, like some drunk elephant skin. I skipped over a lot of that video because it was quite long.
That's insane.
But that girl's name is Nat, just N-A-T.
That's
on
insane.
TikToks, and her video, it has 3.8 million likes.
Yeah.
So that means it probably has triple that for views.
That's insane.
Yes, that is the type of, as I was like looking through these types of videos and kind of like, prepping stuff for today's episode, like that is like there's so many TikToks and stories like that coming from Sephora employees.
My kid's lucky if I spend $4 on a monster truck for him.
Yeah. I just want to know where these parents are getting this freaking money.
And I'm not saying I'm cheap, by the way. We're not cheap. We're just
No.
$1,000 on makeup for your 2 9-year-old daughters. That's
designer
insane.
perfume.
That's insane.
Designer perfume. And that's what I mean. Like, why does a 9-year-old?
They don't need it. But but this is what they see, so this is what
so
they want.
want it because they think
And when
they
you have a
need
parent
it.
with no boundaries, now you have a kid who's in charge.
Oh no, she had a boundary, 500, not 900.
500 was just fine. That's just fine.
I just want to know where the parents get the money. Or are they putting it all in the Amex and
that's why this country's in more credit card debt
in
than
like
any time in
$17 trillion
history.
worth of. Anyway,
Hey, I think I need a blanket next week. I feel left out. I don't have a blanket.
I can get. I have so many throw blankets.
You've left me over here cold for like weeks now.
I'm sorry. There's a pellet stove right next to us. I'm hot. I just like being cozy and having a blanket. I can't sit
love
here without
blankets.
one.
We have like 30 on the couch in my house.
I have so many. I think Nick would potentially try and disown me if I bring home.
Legitimately, we have like 10 blankets on the couch in my house.
He's like,
because
"Why do we need-"
the kids want their blankets. My wife wants her blanket. I like a different blanket. We literally have like 8 or 10 blankets on the couch.
The dogs have their own blankets.
Anyway, don't let your kids grow up too fast. Be a good parent. Stay involved. It's ridiculous
Kids should
that
still be
9-year-olds
allowed
are
to
even
be-
shopping in Sephora in the first place.
Yeah, kids should still be allowed to be kids. Like, what happened to like Claire's?
This is what happens because Toys R Us went away.
And then there's no Claire's anymore, or like limited twos or anything like that.
God, there's so many stores that are gone.
I don't know. Just let kids be kids.
Yes.
Damn. Like there's some days I'd kill to go back and just like have no sense of responsibility, not have to worry about all this crap, like not like
Agreed.
just going and playing with my Barbies and making igloos in the snow with a bread pan.
Wait, you
Like,
don't do that anymore?
Unfortunately, no.
Oh.
Even though Barbie's still very popular.
We just sold our Barbie house. Harmony never played with it.
Yeah.
So we sold our Barbie house this past Christmas.
I don't know, guys.
And it went like that. Like we put it up on Facebook Marketplace and it was like 15 minutes. Somebody was like, hey.
Oh, yeah. It's a big thing.
Yeah, it was huge.
I don't know. Just, I think kids should still be able to be kids and should maintain a certain, sense of innocence and not have to worry about this type of crap
I agree.
until they hit a certain point in life. And it's I don't know. It makes me sad. But let us know what you think. Leave us a comment if you're here on YouTube or anywhere else that lets you.
Yeah. And look for us. It is Totally Random Thoughts Podcast on all social
You
media.
remembered the word thoughts this
I
time.
did. I'm becoming a big boy.
Yeah.
On all social media, it is Totally Random Thoughts Podcast. So just look for us on all of the socials. You'll find us and watch for clips everywhere. You're going to see a lot of stuff. So we're back next week and we'll see you then.
Thanks for tuning in. Bye, guys.
Thank you.